Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. Sorry about my nose. What had me kind of on bed rest for a day with a fever now has just settled into my sinuses, so I've got a bit of a cold, it would seem. Been a while since I've had a cold, so knock on wood, that thing goes away kind of soon. But today is actually a really good day if you guys are looking to upgrade your resonance power and you have a lot of shards. Now, if you don't have a ton of these, if you're a new player, I know this is not going to apply to you. This is for those of us who have a whole lot of materials sitting around and we're like, hey, what's a good time to burn these on? This seems like a good one. If you want to burn some shards, I had like 10,000 shards. I've actually used about 1,500 of them for multiple things. One, when the Empyrean Foundation actually started, we got this guy, the Infused Fractaline. Now, what does it cost? 20,000 Glimmer and 10 Legendary Shards. You're like, 10 shards? That's not that many. Depending on how long you've been playing. This may be a lot to you. If you have been currently playing for, say, like 2 months, your shards are probably pretty valuable. This is not for you. This is for the people like me. This is for the people who've been playing since, you know, Destiny 2 Year 1, who've been accumulating these shards for quite a while. So it costs 20,000 Glimmer. You're like, okay, I can't get Glimmer that fast. Well, if we go to the Tangled Shore and talk to Spider, you're going to see how you can get all of this stuff very quickly. So 20,000 Glimmer, 10 Legendary Shards. What I can do is buy these up. I'll just buy 6 for an example so you guys can see about half of what I've got. So I buy these, they go into my inventory. Each one of these is going to increase my resonance rank by 1 at an obelisk, which therefore increases my resonance power by 100. So by buying those 6 and going to any obelisk, planetary style at least, I can upgrade my resonance power by 600, which, as we know, the more you invest early, the more you're going to be able to get dividends on later. So I've got mine up to 25,000. Let's go to Spider and the Tangled Shore, see what how this all works. Alright, so we're here with Spider. This is the couple key currencies that you need to worry about. You've got Glimmer. 10,000 Glimmer is going to cost me 20 microphasic data lattice. That's a planetary material. And this thing seems to rotate every day. Now, this thing can usually go for planetary materials. I don't know if it's ever going to go for actually shards itself. If it does, that would probably be a really faster method to this. But really what you can do is, depending on what is available, depending on how many shards you have, you can actually stockpile quite a bit. Today is unique. I'm recording this on February 9th, so reset will happen February 10th, 9 a.m. Pacific. Then it's probably going to change again, but these are the things you want to look for over the next like week and a half up until February 17th. And again, I know this is a specialized video, but I want to show you guys some of you how it works. So I need Glimmer. Now I have a crap load of microphasic data lattice because this and one other currency you could actually farm kind of while sleeping previously in the Black Armory Forges. Yes, I took advantage of it. Scold me, slap on the wrist, I'm so sorry. But you'll also notice he's selling microphasic data lattice for 1 legendary shard. So I can sit over here, and it takes me 4 legendary shards for 10,000 Glimmer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10,000 Glimmer. Obviously, I'm not going to repeat that process over and over, but the idea is I can take my legendary shards. Since I've played this game a lot, don't really have a good use for 8,000 of them. And I can actually upgrade my Glimmer back up to 240k, go back to the tower, buy another 12 of those exotic Fractaline things, and that's another 12 resonance. And you can do this over and over and over as much as you like. So that is totally up to you how many times you want to do this. So now let's go to a Planetary Obelisk. And the reason I use the Thieves Landing Obelisk just because I'm visiting Spider a lot makes the most sense just to come here. But you'll notice my resonance rank is 186, and I've got 6 of these light fused Fractaline. 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, and 192. You also notice I'm getting a legendary drop every single time. So what that's going to do is, whether I need those drops or not, I can go back to the tower, break those down for shards, use those shards to buy more materials, use those materials to buy Glimmer. You guys get the cycle of what's happening here. Depending on how many shards you have. Like, if you're sitting there under 1,000, you might do this a little bit. If you're trying to get your 5,000, this is a way to kind of boost things up. Make sure you're guaranteed to get yourself some nice Fractaline, you know, investment for Tuesday. If you're sitting there with like a crap ton of shards like I am, you farmed Black Armory Forges like I did while you slept, and you have more materials than you probably are ever going to do anything with in this game, which right now we're just waiting for the next season, most of us are. This is one of those ways on, if you check Spider as a vendor, see what currencies he's selling for Glimmer and also for shards, and see how much you can invest in these next week and a half. We might blow the doors off whatever goal we need, and we'll see what happens next. So this is a quick way to farm. Just wanted to show you guys the cycle of what you can go through. In between now and the 17th, this is what you want to try and do. Take any obelisk, get it as high as you can, so my resonance rank of 192. Next week when I get 25,000 Fractaline, I'm going to be pumping this thing up for a while, so my hand's probably going to get tired, and not for the reason you guys are thinking, you dirty people, you don't do that. But 25,000 Fractaline dumped into here is a whole bunch of resonance power, and then that's going to basically escalate more and more. Just to give you guys some numbers to work with, previously when I was saying, I was like, hey, before it started, I had 5,000 Fractaline, I dumped that in, and I put in a little bit more between some bounties. But just for reference now, instead of like the 50,000 that I was going to be able to donate, you know, start donating on say the 18th over 3 weeks, as my resonance power right now is 25,000. When it comes to donation time, by the time I'm done, I can donate 168,000. So I literally more than tripled the donation ability of what I'm going to be able to donate. That's that many more weapon frames that I'm going to be able to get. Also remember, those weapon frames are going to be shards that you can get back that you could be spending right now. So 168,000 Fractaline. I'm going to go through more bounties than I probably know what to do with over the course of the next 3 weeks. But as a lot of those probably are not going to be rolls that I need, I can break those down and get a lot of these shards that I'm putting in now back. So remember, you may go down on shards now, but by the time I'm getting that many weapon rolls, I'm going to have plenty of shards by the time I'm done as well. I may not have as many as I start with, but in all seriousness, I'm going to get a lot of those back. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully the numbers make sense to you guys. If you have questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try and answer them. But thank you guys very much. Have a good one, and hopefully I feel better soon because this sickness sucks. See you guys later.